Hi, this is Craig Lanzoni, Director of Linear Learning Company, and today's topic is plugging in the given information. When do we get all the information we need so that we are plugging in the given information? We're going to see that whenever they give us an equation, we'll have all the information we need to solve the problem. When we're given functions, again, we'll have everything we need to make sense out of this. When we're given a value for a variable, make sure you replace the variable with that number and then just follow the instructions. And that, at the end of the day, is exactly what we're doing. We're just following the instructions. They'll tell us what to do. All we have to do is do it, and one of those answer choices is going to work. We'll see how we accomplish this in the next bunch of examples. Here's a function question. Notice, as we said before, they give us the equation right here. G of x equals ax squared plus 24. If we look at that equation, we say right away, I've got a problem. I have two variables. I can't solve for two variables. So they have to give me the information I need. Let's go see what they tell us. For the function g defined above, yeah, that's pretty clear. A is a constant, and g of 4 equals 8. So when x equals 4, this whole mess is going to be 8. What is the value of g of negative 4? Well, you want to jump in there and throw negative 4 in here, but if you do, we have a problem. We have no value for a. But we're told here that when x is 4, the answer is 8. So all we do is say, great. So 8 is going to equal a times 4 squared plus 24. Now, we wouldn't write this as a16. We'd write this as 16a, wouldn't we? So 8 equals 16a plus 24. Got to get the a's all by themselves. So subtracting 24 from both sides, we get negative 16 equals 16a, and therefore a is equal to negative 1. Now we can go back to our equation. We'll put negative 1 in place of a and negative 4 in place of x. So let's see what we get. Negative 1, that's a, times negative 4 squared, which is 16, plus 24, that will be negative 16 plus 24. Negative 16 plus 24 is 8. Do we have an answer choice that says 8? Absolutely, there it is. Now, if you saw in your mind that, wait a minute, 4 squared is 16, negative 4 squared is 16, so these two values have to give me the same answer. If you saw that, congratulations, well done, take your point, move on. For the rest of us, we were able, using the information they gave us, to solve the problem. This is plugging in the given information. It works, it's effective. Just pay attention and don't let these little equations freak you out. Here's our next example. What is the value of y when x is 5? Okay. Well, they're telling us here we're going to be plugging 5 in for x, but let's see what else they tell us. Y equals k times x, where k is a constant. And y is 24 when x is 6. Given information, everything we need. Y equals kx. Y, 24, when y is 24, x is 6. K6. Do we write K6? No, we write 6K. 24 equals K6 or 6K. And what is K going to be equal to? Obviously, we divide by 6 both sides, and K now equals 4. We're not done yet, though. Now they're saying when K is 4 and X is 5, what is the value of Y? Oh, Y is K times X, or 20. We've got an answer choice that says 20. We're done. Plugging in the given information. Take your time. They're really easy. There are a number of them in every test. Take advantage of these. These are easy points. You should be getting them. Let's see what else we have to offer you today. This next question is, again, plug in the given. They give us all the information we need, but this time we have to do a little translating first. We have to translate a little math into English. 16 plus 4x is 10 more than 14. Did I say math in English? Maybe we're trying to translate English into math. Don't mind me, I'm old. Anyway, 16 plus 4x. 16 plus 4x is 10 more than 14. What is the value of 8x? So all we have to do is solve for x, multiply by 8, we're in business. Okay, got to get our numbers all by themselves. 16 plus 4x is going to be 24. And 4x is going to be 24 minus 16, or 8. X would then be 2. And 8x would have to be 8 times 2, or 16. There's our answer. Piece of cake. Again, step by step, go slowly. Follow the instructions, and you will never have a problem. But again, these are questions we have to get because they're really easy. Let's see what's next. Here's another equation problem. And we're going to see it's so much easier if we start at the bottom. We see the equation. L equals 24 plus 3.5 m. Then we go to the bottom and find out what we're looking for. What is m when L is 73? We don't even have to read the rest of it, do we? No. We simply say, okay, L is 73, so 73 equals 24 plus 3.5 times m. We can calculate the m, we can solve for m, or we can simply say, wait a minute, how about if we just plug in the answer choices? 24 plus 3.5 m is 73. 3.5 times 279 times 73 times 27, all too big. Gotta be 14, and we're done. If you'd like to, go ahead and prove it to yourself. But again, word problems, read them from the bottom. Quite often, you don't even have to read the whole problem once, never mind more than once. And plugging in our given information, smooth, easy. Get these points. I can't say this strongly enough. Let's see what our next example looks like. Here's another example where we're given an equation that doesn't make any sense to us at all. NA is 360. I don't know what that means. Maybe you do, but I sure don't. However, let's see what we're looking for. What is the greatest number of sides it can have? The greatest number. So 8's the greatest number. We're probably going to be using 8 somewhere in the game here. The measure A in degrees of an exterior angle of a regular polygon is related to the number of sides n of the polygon by the formula above. Oh, n is sides and A is the measure of the angle. If the measure of an exterior angle of a regular polygon is greater than 50 degrees, what is the greatest number of sides it can have? Now, we're saying, oh, this is kind of a combination. We're going to make up our own number because we're going to pick something a little bigger than 50. Then it looks like we're going to be plugging in the answer choices using this equation. Well, a nice little combination question. First question, we need something bigger than 50 degrees. You know what I'm going to use? I'm going to use 50. Why? Because 50 could be 50 plus a whole lot of zeros followed by a 1. So I'm going to say 50, it's a little bigger than 50. But that's what I'm going to use because it makes my arithmetic very easy. Now we're saying, how many sides can it have? So we're going to label this column N for sides. And we're looking for the greatest number of sides it can have. So we're going to say, let's start with 8. And we're going to multiply this by 50 degrees. And we're going to see 8 times 50 is 400. The equation says we have to end up with 360 or potentially less. Well, 400 is too big. Throw it away. Shall we try 7? How about 7 times 50? 7 times 50 is going to give us 350. 350 is less than 360. Therefore, this works. 7 is our answer. We're done. Not a difficult question. A lot of words, a little bit of sorting through the information they give us. But at the end of the day, it's just another plug-in. Just another plug-in day. Let's see what's next on the agenda. Here's one that has to do with the equation of a circle. If you were paying attention during the Pythagorean theorem exercises, you know that the equation of a circle, the distance formula, and the Pythagorean theorem are all the same thing. But if you weren't, let's review the equation of a circle. And let's go to the question. Which of the following is an equation of a circle in the xy plane with center 0, 4, and a radius with endpoints 4, 3? And we know that any point on the circle is called x, y, and this is a point on the circle. An end point of a radius would be on the circle. The center is called hk. And we know the equation of a circle is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals the radius squared. First thing we can do is say, wait a minute. Since I'm looking at a radius squared, I have to have a perfect square on the right-hand side of my equation. So I can get rid of anything that's not a perfect square. 5/3, not a perfect square. 3/5, not a perfect square. 25/9, yes, perfect square. But we've already gotten rid of two of our answer choices because they can't possibly fit the equation. Next thing, we could put 4/3 in place of x and 5 in place of y, but look at our answer choices. They're in terms of x's and y's. Well, notice a and b both have an x squared, so we know that's part of the equation. The difference is in the y's. Y minus k is what we're looking for. K is equal to 4. So y minus 4, that's our answer. Notice b is y plus 4, not what we're looking for. So they gave us, again, all the information we need. All we have to do is plug it into the equation as long as we know the equation. Pretty easy stuff. By the way, if you had any problem with this at all, go back, look at the Pythagorean theorem section, and reacquaint yourself with the equation of a circle and the distance formula, which are both just a rewriting of the Pythagorean theorem. We are on to our last question. Let's see what that looks like. Here's our last question, a simultaneous equation question. And it asks, a worker uses a forklift to move boxes that weigh either 40 pounds or 65 pounds each. So he's got light boxes, 45 pounds, and he's got heavy boxes, 65. Let X be the number of light boxes, and let Y be the number of heavy boxes. The forklift can carry up to 45 boxes or a weight of 2,400 pounds. So we know that X, the total of light boxes, plus Y, the total of heavy boxes, can't be more than 45. Now let's stop right there and eliminate what we can. Let's look at A. X plus Y less than or equal to 45. Yep, A stays. How about B? Yes, B stays. But how about C? X plus Y? No, that's no good. And how about D? X plus Y less than or equal to? No, that's no good either. So we're left with A and B. Now the only question is, which one expresses the weight times the number of boxes? Oh, that would be 40 pounds times the number of light boxes plus 65 pounds times the number of heavy boxes. We don't have to go any farther. A is clearly our answer because this is what expresses our situation. This does not. Say goodbye to B. All of the information we needed was right here. All we need to be able to do is make a little sense out of it. These are simple problems, guys. You need to get them all right, and you can get them all right. Just pay a little attention and follow the instructions. That's it for now. There you have it, plugging in the given information. They'll give you equations, find the information you need, plug it into the appropriate places, do the arithmetic, you're done. All you have to do is follow the instructions. Remember also, work to solution, not to conclusion. And go to your resource guide. You're going to find a lot more questions of this type as well that you can practice on. Looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks for coming.